Stan Motjuwadi, the House of the Truth was Can's way of removing anything that smelled of snobbery, officialdom, and anything that smacked of formal. Everybody but a snob was welcome at the House of Truth. Now, prominent novelist, short story writer, and by far the leading Can Themba scholar and award-winning author, Siphiwo Mahala, is bringing the House of Truth to life and has roped in multi-award-winning actor and producer Sello Maake to help tell the story in the form of a bioplay. Mahala joins us now from Port Elizabeth studio to tell us more about the House of Truth, which opens at the National Arts Festival in Grahamstown next week. Siphiwo, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thanks for having me here. Good morning to Morning Live viewers.
Let's talk about House of Truth. Give us a brief synopsis of what this Can Themba bioplay is about.
Yeah, absolutely. The House of Truth is my original work. It's part of my rediscovery of Can Themba. As you know, that I've been obsessed with Can Themba for quite some time. Was first introduced to his works, and the most famous being The Suit. So I tried to understand who Can Themba was and what was the significance of the House of Truth in his life. And you know, part of what I've discovered is that Can Themba was a man of debate. He tried to create every platform for people to engage. So he established his house, number 111 Ray Street in Sofia Town, as the House of Truth, which is a place where everyone and anyone but a snob could come for intelligent debate.
Yeah. I mean, which side of Can Themba are we going to see in the House of Truth?
Well, I think Can Themba has been, you know, appearing here and there, but there has been no focus directly on him, his personality, his home environment, you know, the things that he loves discussing. So here, what we try to do with Can Themba, I mean, with the House of Truth, we believe that to understand the man, you've got to get into his house. So that's what the House of Truth does. It will show us his growth as an intellectual and as a creative person, dating as far back as his time at Forte, some of his early works, what motivated him as a writer, down to, you know, the kind of issues that he wanted to, he liked to discuss, his views on the political situation. And I think most importantly, how his views and perspectives are relevant in today's society.
Let's talk about Sello Maake and roping him in. Why him? Well,
you know, when I first wrote the script, I thought who could best translate Can Themba, who understands Can Themba more than anybody else in as far as acting is concerned. And Sello Maake as a seasoned actor and someone who first acted in Can Themba's The Suit, the short story which was adapted by Muthubi and Barney Simon onto stage in 1993 and won the Dalro Best Actor Award in 1994. So Sello, with that kind of background, I thought he would be the best, even though I thought that was you know, aiming a bit too high. So I was quite reluctant when I approached him. So for him to say, "I wanna act in this, I wanna do it," it was yeah, more than a begging for.
Yeah. Now talk to us about when you first had this meeting and said to him, "Okay, fine, let's talk about doing Can Themba in the House of Truth." How did he translate it, and how do you see his translation in the rehearsals? I mean, because you're opening only in Grahamstown.
Yeah. Well, first, we've been talking about working together for quite some time because we have this common obsession of Can Themba. And then, you know, I sent him the script. I told him that I'd written something, and then I sent him the script. It took him a while to read it, and then he called me in the middle of the night. I think he was traveling in Cape Town at the time, and you know, I started talking about this, so excited, and but even at that moment, I was not really convinced. I thought, no, he's just pulling my leg. Until I remember last year, he visited my house in Pretoria, and we had a blackout on the day. And we sat for about 2 hours talking about the play, and I could feel the emotion in his voice, because it was dark. That's when I realized that here we're on the right track. And finally, we started rehearsals early this year, and it's been amazing. At certain moments, I would forget that this is Sello, and get that impression that I'm actually sitting and looking at Can Themba himself.
All right, Siphiwo, thank you so much for spending the morning with us. Good luck with the production. Hopefully we'll see you in Grahamstown next week. All right, speaking to us from our Port Elizabeth studios is award-winning author Siphiwo Mahala. The man we know is totally obsessed with Can Themba, speaking to us about a bioplay based on Can Themba's life titled The House of Truth, which opens at the National Arts Festival at the Hunger from the 30th of June to Sunday, the 3rd of July 2016. All right.